Welcome everybody, Kory Livingstone here. I've got a question for you. Are you someone who's got a lifetime dream and never been able to realize it for one reason or another? I bet you'd be surprised if I told you that you've probably been living that dream and you didn't even know it. I was one of those people. I couldn't see the forest. That was my dreams. For the trees, that was the things I did to support those dreams. It took me years to realize that, I'm doing all these actions to achieve a goal, to live my dreams. I must then, therefore, be living my dream because I'm working towards supporting that dream. Take, for instance, a hot air balloon. The balloon will not inflate and rise unless you put hot air in there. And the more hot air you put in, the higher the balloon rises. And as soon as we stop putting the air in, the balloon stays at one level and eventually comes down. So therefore, you must be continually working towards supporting your dream. That way, you are in fact living your dream. We must remember that as soon as we stop supporting that dream, putting air into the balloon, the dream starts to fall. You're still living the dream, but it's falling. My dream started when I was 14 years old. I was just crazy about music. I was playing in a band, blues band. We were playing dances every weekend, Friday or Saturday. I was practicing piano for 2 hours every day. And more than that, I was taking lessons and I was paying for those lessons with my own money that I got from delivering newspapers. Why? Because my dream was to be a musician, a rich musician, a rich, famous musician. But the real hero of that story is my mother. She insisted that me and my two brothers start playing piano when we were quite young. And we had to practice every day, 30 minutes a day. And I liked music, but I really didn't like doing all that work. That was 30 minutes. So every 5 minutes, I'd call out. She was in the next room adjoining where the practice studio was. Is 5 minutes up yet? Not yet, came the reply. There was a famous football coach by the name of Tom Landry. He coached the NFL Dallas Cowboys, I think for something like over 20 years. And 20 of those years, he was a champion. His team was a championship team. He said the job of a football coach is to make grown men do what they don't want to do in order that they can become what they always wanted to be. Everybody needs a coach, a mentor, a teacher of some sort to help them in their effort to achieve their goals, to live their dreams. I've had some great mentors, some great teachers in my life. My early music lessons started off with the Royal Conservatory of Music in Toronto. My most influential teacher was a chap named Alan Ray. He was an accompanist to Billie Holiday at one time. I went on, studied music at university, enrolled in the Bachelor of Music course. But you know what? In my final year, I did not graduate. Why? Because one of my final assignments was not up to snuff. Denied. The same thing happened to another classmate of mine. He failed in that last year as well. But the irony is, of that class, he and I were the only two students who went on to earn their living as professional musicians. He is an opera singer, me as a jazz musician. Why? Because we had a dream. And the dream was stronger than the challenge. Every dream, every goal is going to be challenged. No matter how long you've been doing it, how good you are, amateur, professional, it does not matter. A challenge will always be there. I remember when I went for my first audition to get my first professional job as a musician. I went to the talent agent's place. I sat down at his piano and I rifled off some great tunes. I thought they were fantastic. And I'm feeling quite proud. And he looks at me in the eye and he says, "Do you sing?" Sing? Sing schming. What do I know? I studied all my life trying to be the best pianist that I could be. Singing was for the birds. I got no time for singing. I wanted to play piano. That's what I was. I was a piano player. Needless to say, no work there. I had another audition that same afternoon with a different agent. Same thing, I went in, razzle-dazzled on the keyboards, and wouldn't you know it, he asked me, "Do you sing, Sonny?" I went from 0 to 100 in the bat of an eye. I turned around and I gave him a rendition of me singing, most butchered version of George Gershwin's Summertime. Needless to say, I didn't get that job, but it opened up an avenue. I realized that if I wanted to live my goal as a pianist, a jazz pianist, I was going to have to sing my way there. So I could sing, and the singing would allow me to be a pianist. I had a dream, and my dream overcame the challenges. In fact, I have to say that singing, my voice as a singer, as a keynote speaker, has been responsible for 95% of my income as a professional in the speaking business and in the music business. It doesn't matter who we are, where we are, how old we are, how experienced we are or are not. Our dreams, our goals are always going to be challenged. And we must meet those challenges in order to be successful. We're all dreamers. I'm a dreamer, you're a dreamer. Doesn't matter, we have old dreamers, young dreamers, in between. Everybody dreams. And we always have these conversations with our dreams. Like, do we know what we're doing? Are you sure about this? You must be crazy. I wrote a song about a dreamer who's having a conversation with his dreams. And it goes like this. Sitting by the window, chilling in my easy chair, just a shadow in the cool white moonlight. I'm talking with my dream. Do we have the courage? Do we know just what we're doing? Do we have the stuff to make it? I believe we do. Well, I'm all right now. Ain't nothing gonna stand in the way. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's get this show on the road. I'm locked and I'm loaded, I'm ready to roll. Got a heart full of dreams, gonna bust at the seams, 'cause I'm all right now. Ain't nothing gonna stand in my way. I'm ready to rock and roll.
show on the road. I'm locked and I'm loaded, I'm ready to roll. I got a heart full of dreams, I'm gonna bust at the seams, 'cause I'm on